let's fast forward a little bit here to modern day, to other topics. So um, let's see. Let's talk about Fellonius the Wizard. In one of his recent vlogs, and now I'm sorry I forget which number it was, but it's really nice series he's got going there. Um, he is making an area called Acacia Springs, and I love that name, Acacia. For I think it's a great name for a place. I think it's a great name for a plant, and it just sounds really cool. But he's making like a Wild West town in his map, and it's only one of the areas in the map. There's other areas with other themes. I'm not going to spoil it too much. If you want to know what it is, you have to go watch his videos. But it's so much fun to hear the excitement in his voice when he's playing this vanilla challenge. So I highly encourage folks to check that out. And also, Shadow Dragon Wolfie, another subscriber of mine, has let us know that he or she, by the way, sorry Drops, I'm very sorry that I called you a she. Your avatar looked like a little mousy thing with notes above it, and I just thought that was a girl thing, but I apologize. I hope you're not offended. Anyway, Shadow Dragon Wolfie has started the Vanilla Challenge. Probably won't do videos, but hopefully will leave comments on my videos to let us know how they are progressing. So I'm very... You jumped back in. Whatever. I'm over you, Iron Golem. I'm very excited when people say they're giving this a try because they're catching the enthusiastic bug of playing this survival series with a real big purpose. So making an adventure is not for kids. It is not for the faint of heart or the light of snack or the not fleet of foot or something. So Shadow Dragon Wolfie, best of luck to you, and I'd love to hear about how your thing is going. Of course, anyone at all who does this challenge, I will absolutely play your map, and it will 99% sure be on camera, because, come on, that's the whole point of what this is about, right? So there's that, and then, let's see, let me drop off some of this, whoops, that's not sand. Sand just to get it out of my inventory. Watch, I'll probably need it when I get back over there. I came here for buckets. Never let it be said that I didn't come here for a bucket. And almost immediately forget that I came here for a bucket. Precious metals. That's where my buckets are. I'm going to go with 2 of them, although... I almost wasted resources. I think I'm doing pretty good on resources. I shouldn't need any major trips to anywhere resource-wise at this point. I do want to say thank you to Dragnose and to Blame the Controller, both of whom tweeted out that they liked some of my videos, and it's pretty amazing when a decent sized channel, when a big, I'll just say it, a big channel just says that they like your stuff. Immediately you get lots more views than you would normally. So I think the average episode of this series probably gets about 80 views, which is fine for me. It's not the most, but you know, the particular episode called Bikini, which is pretty funny actually, has about 600 views from simple tweets, and same thing with my vlogs. So thank you to those guys. Also, I offended apparently jGazMom, although I think she has recanted that word. I did not mean to offend her. But basically, in one of my videos, or multiple videos, I said that after I finish the map, after I've saved it for the final time and everything's good to go, the last thing that I'm going to do is open it in MC Edit, and I'm going to trim some of the world. And the purpose for doing that would be simply, I would select the area of the map that you see me playing in, and I would prune everything else. And what that means is it would basically get rid of a lot of the chunks that I had generated, like way off to the north or whatever. There we go. And the reason I was thinking of doing that was really just to save, I don't know why that water is misbehaving, really to save disk space for the people who download the map. I didn't want them to have to download like hundreds and hundreds of megs if I could help it. But anyway, she got offended because I said I wasn't using any external tools. Now, to me, that doesn't change any of the intended gameplay in the area that I intend the player to get to, but she felt it was against my rules, and I think it kind of made her pretty upset. So I said, okay, hey, I'm not in the business of making my friends upset, so I won't do that. I will just have a really huge download size map because I have explored a bunch of areas that I don't intend the player to ever go to, which is fine. But I did want to publicly apologize as well for that. So that's most of the topics that I really wanted to talk about. I do have, I guess I have one more that I was thinking of what I would be doing while I talked about this topic, but I guess now is as good a time as any. And this particular topic is near and dear to my heart, but also makes me a little skeptical in this case, and that is the topic of Pokemon. Precisely the newest upcoming release in that franchise, coming this November, Pokemon Ruby, something Ruby, and something Sapphire. Now, okay, let me skip to the punchline, and then I'll give you my reasoning. So here's my thesis statement. I am nervous that I'm not going to like that game very much. I have loved every other Pokemon game that I've played. Loved. I mean, like, I basically got a 3DS just to play Pokemon Black and White when it... Oh, no, to play Pokemon Platinum. No, to play... Sorry. Heart Gold and Soul Silver were announced, so I got a 3DS in order to play Platinum, which I had never played, and I'll get to that in a second, in anticipation of Gold and Silver being re-released. And I loved it. Oh my god. So when my older son was like 10, I think, something like that, Pokemon came out. I didn't know what it was. He knew what it was, and for a school project, he made wax action figures of Pokemon, and then he's like, hey Dad, can you help me film this? I need to film a commercial for a speech class. So I was like, sure, of course, I can be your cameraman, you write the script, you make all the props, I'll just, I'll be the cameraman, I can help you out a bit. This was well before doing any sort of YouTube or anything like that. But, and he, so he did that, and he made a Pokemon commercial that you can find over on my Obvious Obscure channel. Slightly edited because we didn't get permission from, Matt, or Dave's uncle. Dave's my son. His uncle, to be in the video, he was cautious about having his face on YouTube, so I edited him out of the video, actually. Anyway. And so, I did, while Dave was doing his script and stuff, I looked up Pokemon and I read a little bit about it on the internet, and I was like, oh, this sounds amazing, like 101 or 151, whatever it is, in Generation 1 characters. I was like, I can't think of any other series with that many characters. And, it intrigued me, and he told me kind of about the mechanics. You catch the Pokemon, and then it becomes your pet, and you train it, and you battle, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this sounds kind of cool, okay. So we made this commercial, and it was like a lot of fun, and that actually did two things. One, it got me into Pokemon, which ever since I've been really into Pokemon. Like, I have published magazine articles and been paid to write articles about Pokemon. I was I was an editor on a website for a fan site for Pokemon that I got paid monthly to be part of. I had a trading card made with basically my own persona on it. It's sort of part of this group. It was just a lot of fun. But anyway, more on that some other day. So I was really into Pokemon, and then when my son outgrew it, we kind of packed up our cards and we sort of moved on to other more grown-up-ish things, and eventually we sold our Pokemon cards. Yes, I know. I can't believe we did it either. And we moved on. And then when Matt was at about the age where he was starting to read, I'm trying to think. Somehow, like, we got on the subject of Pokemon, and I was like, well, here, let's get this game, and you can try it out, or that was right around the time that we got the game, because I knew Gold Silver was coming out, and he tried it, and, like, he loved it, and that game basically was the impetus for him learning how to read at, like, a really, really good level, and he, since then, is, like, an amazing reader. Like, I'm proud at how much he reads, which is really good. So I will always have Pokemon to thank for basically inspiring my son to read, which is such a cool thing, given my history of the franchise. And it wasn't even like I didn't have to force him to get into Pokemon. He kind of found it on his own, and then I was like, oh, you found this thing called Pokemon. Well, here, let's watch some of the cartoon. Let's play the video game. And we had a lot of fun with, we played Platinum, which is the Diamond and Pearl the third title in that series. And yeah, we really loved it. It was great. I loved the underground, and like the whole notion of digging a secret base and then raiding each other's bases and to capture the flag and decorating your little house. I really wish they would have put an expanded version of the underground in one of the other versions. I am so far away from my point. But I'm enjoying talking about this, even though my throat's getting a little bit sore from talking so much. And so basically, I've been into Pokemon for a long time. Original Pokemon, new Pokemon, newer Pokemon, etc. Okay, why can I not get this water to flow the way I don't want it to flow? This is driving me a little bit nuts here. Why is it not filling back in for itself? Do I not have enough? There we go. So I guess I need to do that first, and then I can dig it back out again. Okay, so here's the thing. So my point is, in between my two sons getting into Pokemon on their own, I lost sight of the franchise for a couple years. So I completely missed... I played the original Gold and Silver, and then I completely missed out on Ruby and Sapphire. And then I missed out on Platinum, although I came back and played Platinum later. So I missed a couple generations, particularly Ruby Sapphire. But while I was playing, was it Gold and Silver? Or was it Platinum? Well, when I was playing Platinum, I collected every Pokemon. I did extensive trading till I got my whole collection through the GPS, or whatever their trading platform was called at the time. I think it was GPS. And Global Pokemon Service, something like that. So then, when the next generation came out, basically what I would do is I would just transfer all my Pokemon from one cartridge to the next, as painstaking as it was, so that I always had caught them all, and I never really got into a place where I didn't have all the Pokemon. And then, by the time I got Black and White, I had already all the generations up to that. So I really only needed to catch the Black and White Pokemon to complete my sets. And then by the time I got X and Y, same thing. I just waited for Pokebank and transferred everything over. So it was important to me, and what really keeps me loving those games is the process of catching them all and trading for them all, completing the set. I'm a collector at heart. And by the way, I haven't really cared for the story in Pokemon Black and White or in X and Y. I actually really enjoyed X and Y up to the point where you get to the real story. I really enjoyed it when it was just a bunch of kids trying to be the very best. As soon as the red-haired dude came in and he's trying to be some, I don't know, fashion dude or whatever it was, I forget now. And then by the time the giant, spoiler alert, got there, I was like, what is this? I was like, this is stupid. So needless to say, I didn't really care for the story at the end, even though I really enjoyed it for quite a while. Okay, time to sleep. I may have a bit of an issue here. And so here's my fear, is Pokemon doesn't have a good track record of story for me. There's always some goofy stuff in there that gets in the way of a good story. And what I've been told is that the Ruby Sapphire is one of the stories that people like the most. But they said they're changing it. It's an all-new story. So I don't think it's following the actual same story of the Pokemon Ruby Sapphire that you might have known if you played it when you were a kid. So I don't have a high confidence level that the story is going to be that great. I don't know anything about it at this point. But as far as I know, they have not announced any new special features. For example, one of the things that I really wish they would have had in X and Y is the ability for any of your Pokemon, whoever's the first in your party, to follow you around in the world. I thought that was fantastic. I loved that in prior versions, and I wish it was something they were continuing. I don't, for the life of me, I don't know why they don't do it. It can't be that much of a memory hog, to be honest. But maybe it is. They have their reasons. They're the masters. I'm only the apprentice. And so then the next thing that really annoys me and has me bugged is that they're keeping Mega Evolutions, which I think is the worst part of X and Y, because it's pretty stupid and useless, to be honest with you. When you evolve a Pokemon, they stay evolved. They don't evolve just for one move. I'm sorry, for one battle. To me, Mega Evolutions, that is not how Pokemon work. That is like using a battle item, which, by the way, I almost never do. And I just feel like Mega Evolution should be something that sticks, or fine. They don't want to make a fourth evolution of some of the Pokemon. Whatever. I don't like Mega Evolutions. I don't like it. But that's like the big feature that they are trying to sell right now for Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby. It's like, look at all these additional Pokemon that have Mega Evolutions. And I'm like, I could care less about that. In fact, I think that just gets in the way of playing because, gee, let's see, if you want to play with like the strongest Pokemon, which by the way, you can so easily beat the game just going through the storyline and smartly evolving your Pokemon and managing them, that you don't need Mega Evolution to beat any of those gym leaders. In fact, the final four, because I had my Mega Pokemon, I basically used him in every single battle, like Blaziken, the special one that you got with the promotion. And then the only way I would switch him out is if I was fighting against a water type and I had an electric ready to go, and it was like just no challenge at all. I don't know. I just really didn't. I don't like Mega Evolution. So that's another thing that makes me nervous about Ruby Sapphire. And then here is what might be the biggest kicker. There aren't going to be any new Pokemon to catch. I already have all the Pokemon from that generation in my Pokebank. And I think I might or might not be able to transfer them over before I beat the game. I actually don't know the answer to that. But even still, I already have all the Pokemon. So there's no real incentive for me to catch them all. Which means I'm pretty much going to do what I did. I had this issue with Black 2, White 2 as well. I don't care about the story. In fact, oh my god, Black 2, White 2 annoyed me so much. A story for another day. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. Now I'm going to... Ooh, Thunder's coming back again. Thundercats are on the loose! Okay, we're going to put this right about here. This is going to be awesome. What was I saying? I wasn't talking about Thundercats. I wasn't meaning to talk about Thundercats anyway. You know what? I got a better idea. I got me a better idea. But I'm out of the wood. Out of the wood to do it. Okay? Fine. Let's go get some wood.